Hey guys, Zari here. Hope all is well. Watching this market now, it's 9:46. We are now 16 minutes into the open of New York on Tuesday, April 25th. I've had one trade today. It was in GJ, pound yen, 20 pip winner. And now I'm watching the NASDAQ sell off here pretty aggressively, actually. Daily up in the top left-hand side, breaking yesterday's low. You see that there? At least trying to. It just broke it by a hair and is rejecting now. And then of course here at support on the 30-minute chart, bottom left hand side, and then we have a 2-minute chart on the right hand side with VWAP, volume weighted average price. And watch this together. Let's focus on the 30-minute, shall we? See how clean this traffic is. Got a bit of an issue right here. We'd have to get beyond that first. Rejecting at support. Excuse me guys, I just yawned. I try to do it as quietly as possible, and I hope I accomplished that, but possibly not. All right. S&P breaking down into a fresh zone here. You see that? Clean traffic. I like that. I would need to see it close into that zone. It might just slam through without giving us an opportunity. And then we've had a pretty aggressive rejection here on the Dow on this opening candle as well. Again, it's 9:48 now. This is the first candle of New York. You can see the background color changing. This is Asia, London, New York. Now, of course, there's an overlap for the first several bars of the UK, I mean Europe, and in New York here. Let's go back to the E-mini, the S&P, I should say. All right, so I'm going to be watching this now, guys, in the open. I wanted to bring you in just to let you know what my mindset is, my thought process here. Still a bit chaotic, as it typically is for the first 15 to 20 minutes. But I'm going to put you on pause now that I've kind of set the groundwork, and we'll look for a potential trade setup. I'll put you on pause now, and I'll bring you back. Here we go. All right, guys, we're back here. Quite a few minutes have passed, and watching the NASDAQ here right now. Let's flip over to the S&P. This might actually be the one that I consider, now that it's back in the range again, not so great. And then we got some real flippy action happening, indecisive action happening here on the Dow. Look at that candle. It's quite something, isn't it? It's got a long neck and some long leg, one leg going. I don't know why it's striking me funny here today, but it is. It's just a funny looking candle to me, and I've seen hundreds of thousands of candles in my time, but sometimes a picture just strikes you funny. All right, we got some areas here of resistance that or support, resisting the move down if this thing were to break. So I'm going to ignore the NASDAQ for now. I think always going to remain open-minded. I'm not going to just shut it out automatically, and I'll bring you back here. That's the DAX actually just flipped over to. There's the Dow rallying now. So let's take a look at the three sisters. You'll see the Dow is actually above VWAP with a bullish configuration if it breaks above, whereas the NASDAQ and the S&P are bearish to neutral here, guys, in this consolidation piece right here. It's going sideways. So it's an interesting mixed bag here this morning, as I said to my group. Mixed bag. Let's flip this out now, and I'll take you back to here. S&P. Yeah, this candle closes in 3 minutes. I'll put you on pause for now. Bring you back. Hey guys, I'm back, and you can see things are actually beginning to rally here a little bit. Let's take a look at the sisters. You see that there? All of a sudden, there's some buying coming in on all three of them. NASDAQ, S&P, and the Dow. I'm going to watch this, and let's go back to the trading screen here and watch all three of them. Where are we now in terms of zone mapping? This is the NASDAQ, getting awfully whippy. Let me check the news here for a second. I did send it out to my group this morning. Quite frankly, I don't remember what was happening at 10 a.m., but something, yes, of course. CB consumer confidence, guys. The consumer confidence came out as 101.3. The forecast was 104. Interesting. New home sales forecast was 1.1%. It came out 9.6%. That's a shocker. Wow. I'll put you on pause here for a moment here, guys. We'll watch this thing react. Okay, guys, now reacting back down again. That's the NASDAQ. This is the S&P, the 30-minute chart. This is the Dow. Still up in this zone here. Again, that mixed bag. Now, NASDAQ rounding over. Dow remaining strong. The 30-minute is now in the bottom left. I'm going to flip to the 1-minute chart here on the right, guys. Got a micro double top here. Daily flipping blue, which is a bearish color for me. Inside candle or inside bar from yesterday. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. Had a higher high so far and a lower low than today. The day before that had a lower high and a higher low. So an inside candle from yesterday, but also inside from Friday. Thursday, Friday. It's been an interesting, rangy sort of week, or a few days, actually, a few trading days from last week into this week. This is the S&P. Back to the Dow, and now the NASDAQ. NASDAQ the most bearish. Possibly the most interesting in a way. Unfortunately, we have some mess over here to contend with. Resisting at volume weighted average price really has been all morning in the London session as well. See that there? Rejections all the way along. That pattern seems to be continuing. S&P. It's a sloppy morning, guys. So I'm sort of looking for an opportunity here. I certainly won't try too hard. If something doesn't really set up optimally, I'm not interested. And that's how I've been maintaining a very high win rate of late, is because I'm only taking optimal setups, no mediocre setups to speak of. If you watch my videos, you may identify one or two that you would think are mediocre, but if you listen to the rationale behind those trades, I think you'll see that they were pretty good in terms of trade ideas, even the losing trades. All right, back on pause, guys. All right, guys, we're back, and now we're seeing a breakdown in the NASDAQ, down 104 points, 80 basis points. Not a huge move here in the future session. That's that entire move from from last night on the open at 6 p.m., which is right here. That's the open right there. And that's the move down for 81 basis points. Or 107 points. All right, now watching S&P. Also breaking down here. Nice clean break. I'm going to flip down to the 15-minute chart here, guys. 3 seconds left on the S&P. Stay with me. I want to see an upper wick here on this one. Not going to happen. S&P, NASDAQ driving down. No upper wick on that one either. All right, guys, my trading view just froze. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Sell stop limit, guys. Sell stop limit. Right there. So when this candle, if this candle flips itself, going to look for 30 points. Look for 30 points if this candle flips itself. It'll be a 1-to-1, risking 1 to make 1. And I'm going to explain to you after what I'm looking at here. I will tell you that I'm looking at the Three Sisters, right? So here it is. I'm looking at a different screen, so this one's a little bit funny. Here we go. Sell stop limit. Just going to go to my platform, make sure my brackets are in place here. And yes. Now, I normally wouldn't short the structure that you're seeing here, and if you watch my videos, you'll know what I mean by that. This is really a play off of the other two indices and what they're doing with their structure over here. S&P, you see that there? Now making an upper wick, which is good. And then the NASDAQ here, broken and closed, and now driving down. I want to see the same flip down on the Dow, which is the one that's been holding up the best. So I'm actually shorting the strongest. We're looking to short the strongest here. I'm actually going to flip down to the 1 minute chart here, guys. This is the 1 minute. Here we go. I'm going to do it on this chart. Not yet. Bear with me. I'll tell you when. Oh, that's a great pullback. I like that. Watching now. If this candle closes blue, I will short the bottom of the bottom of this candle. If it closes blue, the bottom of the candle that will close blue, the current candle in other words. I'm just putting this marker here for now so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. Oh, it's fairly self-explanatory. 27 seconds left here. I am watching the Three Sisters on a different screen. 18 seconds left. And I'm not even going to look at the points. It's about 22, 25 points. I'm looking at symmetry here. I'll just take whatever those points are. I don't really care. Here we go, guys. Sell stop limit. Sell stop order. Right there below that candle. See that there? Risking 20 to make 20. Now I can tell you what the points are. Risking 20 to make 20. Patience. Patience. So the beauty of using stop orders to enter is that if this continues higher, I'm just not taken into the trade, and no harm, no foul. So what I'm asking the market to do is to meet some kind of criteria before I'll take the trade, and that criteria is a sign of weakness. At this point, it will be a sign of some kind of momentum. If we were to flip, I got time now to show you the three sisters and what I'm looking at: Nasdaq, S&P, and the Dow. I'm looking at the Dow here, rallying up to VWAP. Very often, VWAP is a point of inflection. You saw it back here, you saw it over here, and now it's approaching from the underside, right? Rallying back up after an impulse wave down. Let's go back to the trading screens here real quick. You can see VWAP on this one, of course, too. Here we go. 37 seconds left here. All right. If this candle breaks itself now, I'll take this short. It'll still be 20 and 20. Risking 20 to make 20. And I'm in, guys. In the trade, 898, 898. Bear with me. Watching. It's pretty whippy in here. Going for a huge target here. Stop to above the current high. All right, being bought up here. Give it a moment. Give this a moment here. Just sitting here on VWAP. Patience. Playing it very tight here, of course. It's 10:23 a.m. Second trade of the day. First one was GBP, JPY, GJ, short. That was in the pre-market. I don't mind doing that with Forex. I think it was around 9 o'clock, 9 a.m., maybe 8:45. I would not trade the indices at that time, typically. Almost never, as a matter of fact. I would wait for regular trading hours. At that point, I do trade the indices, even the U.S. indices, during the London session. But when we approach, call it 45 minutes to an hour before the New York Open, I will not initiate new trades. I may hold on to an existing trade, as long as the trade idea structure is still in place. Patience now. Sloppy and whippy. Just trying to be patient here. But of course the market's asking you to be patient too, and that's not fair, is it? I'm going to put you on pause here for now. Here we go. All right, guys, we just had a sudden move to the downside here. Almost got stopped out, did not. And this big whippy, very sudden. I couldn't even push, unclick the pause, if you will, or click the pause to in time, but we didn't hit target. So, which I'm kind of glad, because I always want you to see targets or stops being hit live, so to speak. Obviously, it's recorded, but get the idea. And 99.9% of the time, I'm able to click that, fast enough. But that was a very sudden little blip. All three of them did that, by the way. I'm watching the sisters here. 1, 2, and 3. See that tail? The biggest one was on the Dow. Be patient now. By the way, my actual stop is there. It's above the high. You'll never see me put it right on the prior high. This is just a trade marker, as I mentioned in my other video this morning. I think it was the other video or the earlier in this one, that I don't actually trade from TradingView. These are the markers that I'm trying to illustrate the trade that I'm taking in my own platform, which has a horrific charting program. Many of you know who I trade with. I won't say it right now that I've just trashed their charting program. Great spreads and commissions, by the way. It's just the charting that sucks. But TradingView is brilliant. All right. Just being patient here, guys. This video is 23 minutes already. Apologize for that. Sometimes the market just makes us wait and grind. I'm going to put you back on pause here, guys. Almost happened again. Now again, because my spreads are so tight, they're very good. I actually need to blow through this to get my order filled, and the same thing is true on the stops. And I've done videos on this before too. But this is why I always like to see, when I'm filming a video, I like to see targets being absolutely clearly blown through or hit. And same on the stop, just so there's no room for doubt on these things. All right, looking for those 20 points here. And back on pause. Pushing down. Let's see if we can get it now, guys. Second trade of the day. One more push. It'd be nice to get this, wouldn't it? I have a cable installation guy coming to change out 3 of my television boxes today. Some kind of an upgrade, which, I'm happy with. I guess this technology is always changing. But when they show up, I kind of want to be here to oversee that. I'm hoping this trade will end fairly soon. One more push down. I sense that it's coming. Unfortunately, there's no trading system based on a sense. None that I know that's particularly profitable. But here we go. Let's do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1.5. -1. -2. And there it is. Sometimes these things just seem to work. Thanks for being with me, guys. Thanks for your patience. Please hit the like button if you enjoy the content. If you want to see more, leave a comment if you can. It's awesome to have you here as part of the viewer group at the very least. Feel free to join my free Telegram channel as well if you're a like-minded individual who likes to learn and share ideas. Love to have you. Have an amazing day. We'll talk soon. Take care.